Hello, hello. I have another new release for you. That means it must be Wednesday. This is An Education in Malice by S.T. Gibson. And isn't this cover design beautiful? I really, really love it. So kind of pretty, but also dark. Stunning. So this book is inspired in part by Carmilla by Sheridan Lafontaine. And it's set in the same story world as S.T. Gibson's previous book. It's not a sequel or anything, it's just the same story world. And it's about two rival students, two female students, at a prestigious poetry program at a Massachusetts college in the 60s. They hate each other on sight, but soon start to feel drawn to each other, that enemies to lovers trope. However, their professor has other plans, wanting to keep talented Carmilla to herself and for her own designs. The book opens with a list of things that may upset or unsettle readers, which is something I haven't seen often before, but I'm starting to see it more in books, and I find that kind of interesting. It makes sense for the target audience of this book, which is sort of, anyone could read this genre, but it's that young adult fiction genre. And I think it's great if you want to know what you're getting into ahead of time. Sometimes that can be nice in a book of this nature. So if there's something in there you're like, don't like this, you can be like, maybe this book isn't for me. The book alternates, not every single chapter, but it alternates between narrators with our two lead girls narrating their sides of the story. So I love dark academia. I liked the idea of a 60s, college setting, and, the Carmilla story, vampire love story. Why not throw all that at me? I don't know, but this one, it felt a little overwritten for me. The characters' voices don't feel really unique and different from each other in the different chapters. And when you meet the characters, they just sort of describe themselves almost in a list rather than the author really showing us who they are. So it felt a little, I don't know, it didn't always flow. And I always think, you got to show us those characters. You can't just be like, my name is this and I like that, my favorite color is this. The course that the girls have gotten into is a prestigious poetry course, and in the first couple of chapters we get a little sample of their poetry and it's bad, so that was kind of awkward. Some of the dialogue is pretty awkward and melodramatic as well. Phrases like, I've always been precocious about religion, for example, pepper this book. So that wasn't for me. There's also this be giving away too much. There's also a part where the villain of the piece sort of just changes their mind and grows a conscience. And it just was sort of, people don't do that. And it just felt like, oh, okay, I guess we're not doing that now, So this book is a little bit flawed, but I do think, I am not the target audience for this one. And that kind of, melodramatic tone and some of that sort of overwritten kind of style can work really well for romances. And I don't read a lot of romance as a genre. I like romance in a book, but I don't go for romance genre itself that much. So I kind of thought, okay, it's maybe not for me, but I do think some of you guys might have fun with this one. It's got lesbian romance, vampires, and this old spooky college setting. And I kind of feel like that's kind of fun, I think the things that bothered me might not bother a romance reader or young adult fiction readers. So it might be, like I was saying, the kind of melodramatic style and tone that it can feel like heightened drama, and that can add to the sort of romantic style. So I would say if you feel like this kind of appeals to you, this setting and that kind of thing, and you kind of know going in that it's that sort of dramatic style, then you might really enjoy this one. And it's got this gorgeous cover, and the atmosphere of the book is quite good. So I think it's one where I think you're kind of going to know what I mean when it's like got that real young adult fiction, drama, romance kind of thing going on. So if that's you, give this one a try. If it's not, if you're kind of more like my taste, you're probably not going to like this one, and that's okay. So this one is for you if you're into vampires, dark academia, and sapphic romances all in one book. This book has you covered. It was a bit overwritten for me, but it might be the right tone for our young adult fiction readers. So that is An Education in Malice with its beautiful cover. And a big thank you to the publisher who sent me a copy of this book to review and share with you. And thank you for watching. You can check out some of my other videos. I also have another channel and socials, so you can find links below if you want more of that. And if you want to hang out again, remember to like and subscribe. And you can always leave a comment, let me know what you thought, or let me know what else you might want to see. Thank you.